Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Todd Bivona with Gotham Trinity Productions, the digital media ambassador for the SIEDC, and this is SIEDC Live. Hope everyone's having a fine morning. It is sunny, lightly cloudy. Winds northwest? No, I don't know. That's not what this program is. This is SIEDC Live, where we chat with members from the SIEDC with a focus on new members as well. We've had a bunch of new members on here, which has been great. We've had people who were part of the young entrepreneurs of the SIEDC have been on here as well. So this has been a great program to get to know them. And it's been great to get to know you. So we appreciate all the comments along the way. And if you have any questions or concerns for Jaclyn Taschetti, who's going to be joining us in a little bit with regards to SIEDC news, most importantly, they're back to work. But they've always been working, but they're back at work. Let me clarify. So they are back at their facility off of South Avenue. Yeah, off of South Avenue. So I think that's pretty exciting for them, and she'll get into that in a little bit. Today joining us is Sam Oncea. He is partners of First Phase, and he's CEO of Gary Allen Modular Homes. I was totally reading that. I can't remember that. I want to make sure I got it right. And I'm very interested to talk to Sam in regards to sanitizing. He's actually a little demonstration. A first here on SIEDC Live is a demonstration, which would be very cool. So looking forward to that. And as far as Gotham stuff, I know. Oh, hello. Sorry about that. I'm still here. As far as Gotham stuff is concerned, Gotham's been very busy in the community. Yesterday, we put on our production for APAC for Avenue Performing Arts Center, where we have a live show every Wednesday at 3 o'clock. We have this show every Tuesday and Thursday. Once again, last week was the Staten Island Rising Virtual Summit, where fellow SIEDC members, Lions Pride and Tech and Geek were involved in a leadership conference of sorts in the virtual setting that focused on leadership through crisis, specifically the COVID-19 pandemic, and the three aspects of leadership that we all have to be mindful of, both before, during, and after the pandemic. And they were the emotional and psychological aspect, being an effective leader, and having an intentional strategy. And we had panels for each of those topics. On one of those panels was President and CEO of the SIEDC, Cesar Claro, talking about having an intentional strategy. And it was great to talk to him, Gary and Julie, Dan Ryan. I'm just naming people who are the SIEDC members. So it was great to get their insight into what it means to lead during a time like this. Now, yes, happy Phase 2 week, everybody. This is day 4 of Phase 2. So if you're a restaurant, congratulations on being able to open up your establishments in the outdoor setting, and looking forward to getting some occupancy inside. So I think it's very good news for businesses, specifically part of the executive dining network at the SIEDC, and to find out who is part of that network. For example, Max's Esca. Go to Max, beautiful outdoor setting. Go to our good friend at Daddy-O's on Minthorn Street, getting a lot of buzz recently. Over there, great barbecue. We were there right before quarantine. Gotham Trinity had a great sit down at Daddy-O's on Minthorn Street. God, it's so great located, right? You can hop on the train, boom, stops right there. He's got great food, great grill. I think what we had. I think we had pastrami that day. It was really good. I just remember what the food we had. Yeah, we had pastrami. Anyway, so exciting times. I think you can hear it in my voice. There's just this excitement in the air. There's positive vibes going around because we're getting through this, right? All across the country, there seems to be possibly regressing. And New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, and Connecticut all doing quite well and on track for moving forward in these phases and then getting our lives back to a little bit of normality. On a personal note, happy 1-year anniversary to my wife. We celebrated 1 year on Tuesday. I love her very much. She is probably resting right now because she's off of work for 2 weeks. God bless her. I love her. And I'm looking forward to spending the day with her. It's kind of be a quiet day for Gotham. Anyway, also, another personal note, baseball is back. Yes, I'm giving you sports news. Baseball is back. I am thrilled. I can't wait to get back in the studios. MLB Network is going to start booking us again. It's just exciting. Spring training starts next week, July 1, pitchers and catchers, and everyone reports. July 24, July 25. We are back, and it took a long, long time. So, again, my point of all this is for members, for residents of Staten Island, we're getting there. and it took a long time. It's been months, and we have a long way to go, to be fair. But we're getting there, and it's great to have some sports back in the television. So when you go to Daddy-O's, when you go to Max's Esca, you get to throw on the telly and watch some live sports. I think that's kind of cool. All right, I've chewed off your ear enough. With that being said, let's bring on the Director of Marketing Outreach from the SIEDC, filling us in with some SIEDC news and whatnot, is Jaclyn Taschetti. Good morning, Jaclyn.
I'm coming to you with a better internet connection because I'm in the office. So hopefully today I look a little more clear and in this century of internet. So hopefully.
You know, it's ironic. It could be my internet. It could be my internet, but right now you're not coming in clear. Right now, as you're talking, you're coming in pixelated and you're also delayed. So you're on potato internet, as we like to call it. So she's wired into an actual potato that has satellite antennas going out, trying to grab the connection from the other world. It's fine, Jaclyn. We love you all the same. Jaclyn, you're back in the office, which is exciting. I overheard Mr. Claro, or Quentin Tarantino, for those of you playing at home. He is also back in the office. You guys are busy. What are you guys busy with at this stage of the game?
So right now, our priority is engaging our members. So we've arranged a lot of webinars and virtual meeting opportunities for the SIEDC membership. So I just want to name a couple of things. Maybe I'll list them in the comments later as a reference. But we have a free virtual public meeting regarding the place-based community brownfield planning report. That's today at 2 o'clock via Zoom. Also for SIEDC members, AFLAC is doing an employee benefits webinar later this month. And then we're also going to be sending out invitations to our members for our second round of virtual Zoom meetings for SIEDC membership levels. So we're really looking for ways to engage our members, keep the networking opportunities available, and just bringing them to a virtual platform.
And I just got to give you credit right before we went live on air, Jaclyn, the amount of webinars, and I meant it in a good way. They seem to be coming fast and furious, but I think it's very important now that you're doing them to engage your members because there's a lot of information, because people got to be careful when it comes to opening up and the precautions for whether it's law or finance. It's a really big deal. Just want to highlight, you mentioned in the comments right there, I was going through the Executive Dining Network and other members of the SIEDC who you're probably in conversation with when it comes to opening up. I know Angelina's had a really big opening the other day, and some members were actually in attendance for the opening. I thought that was very cool. And Butchie's, of course, love Aunt Butchie's. Gotham Trinity is literally around the block from Aunt Butchie's. We've frequented that place very often. Love those guys over there. Also, be sure to dine there outside, of course. So, Jaclyn, what else? I'm sorry, I forget what else we needed to cover today.
I also just wanted to let the community know that we are back in the office. As Todd stated earlier, we never really skipped a beat. Our team did an excellent job at transitioning into the remote space and still being able to be available and accessible to our members. But now that we're back in the office, we have a lot of our, resources available to us that are part of our, daily activity. So we're even more so ready to hit the ground running and get back to, as I know you love to say, the new normal. So we just want our members to know we are accessible to you. Please feel free to call us. And if you're interested in joining the organization, please feel free to learn more about us at siedc.org.
IDB Bank is the sponsor for the Chairman's Golf Outing coming up in September. Jaclyn, just give us that date real quick. I ask you to do this every time you're on. I know how much you love doing it. You were the reporter for the SIEDC and the event specifically. So that the Chairman's Cup Outing, and correct me if I'm wrong, I said this last week. I think you stepped away, but that Chairman's Cup Outing, which get your tickets because I think they're going fast. That's the first in-person event for the SIEDC. Is that fair?
So as of right now, we feel the safest about putting on the golf outings, just because we are very mindful of the safety of anyone who participates in an SIEDC event. And the outdoor golf events seem to be the most realistic, just to be honest, to put on first. So if anything else comes up, obviously we will broadcast that loud and clear to everyone. But September 10th is the Chairman's Cup outing, which will be at the Atlantic City Country Club. If you're an SIEDC Business Council, Cabinet, or Board member, you do get a complimentary ticket as part of your package for this event. And also, this is open to the public to participate if you are interested in purchasing a ticket. So if you're anxious to get out, network, and meet some really great business people, it's the SIEDC Chairman's Cup Golf Outing, Atlantic City Country Club, September 10th. And again, as I always say, SIEDC.org for more info.
SIEDC.org, everything that you need to know, and I'll put it right there on the screen. Plenty there, including those surveys that I always love to reference. I always love getting information from the community at large with regards to opening up and anything else that the SIEDC is looking to get information on. Some of that information going straight to the mayor, of course. Cesar Claro on the board with the mayor when it comes to rebuilding and reopening and being resilient. That's the name of the program, isn't it?
That's the name of our program, yes. Cesar is on the mayor's task force for small business reopening.
Right.
So we get a lot of our information for our program from those meetings that Cesar is able to attend. So it's been a really excellent resource for us to get information to the community and to our members as well.
It's great, which is awesome. All right. So I think we've covered just about everything. We're at 9:45 mark. This is SIEDC Live. Once again, good morning to everyone that is tuning in. Thank you to Mike Bloomfield, Bobby Anderson for commenting. With that being said, I think we are ready for our guest. What do you think, Jaclyn?
Absolutely.
All right. It is Sam Oncea. I think we're both can't talk right now. Sam Oncea. Hey, Sam. Good morning.
Good morning.
So I just want everyone, for point of clarification, Gotham is not operating the camera that Sam is on right now, but there's a reason why we're only seeing just a snippet of his face. It's because he has a demonstration coming up, and I'm going to get rid of your display name there so we can see some of your fotch. There we go. So, Sam, how's everything going in your world?
Very, very well. It's exciting, as you said, to see things opening up. And a thank you to Jaclyn, the SIEDC, for inviting us onto this broadcast, and to you, Todd, and Gotham Trinity for putting on the broadcast. It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, that's great, Sam. We appreciate you, man. But that being said, let's get into who you are here to represent today and what you do for them, and we'll launch into the demo when you're ready.
Sure. Again, as Todd said, my name is Sam Oncea. I am the Chief Operations Officer for Gary Allen Modular Homes, and we built a number of the homes on Staten Island for the Build It Back program. You know, our forte is modular homes, or as we call custom designed factory built. As the shutdown occurred and things slowed down, we were used to cleaning our homes before we turned them over. And as things started opening up, the idea of doing a deep clean and getting ready to open was on our minds. We wanted to keep our people working. So trying to figure out what to do. And it was interesting because, you know, we looked at the CDC and what their guidelines should be about opening up. And the virus is spread mainly in the air and on high-touch surfaces. And we understood that if you clean the high-touch surfaces and disinfecting them, you'd reduce the spread. However, what does it do to the air? Because once you've deep cleaned, the next person who comes in that may be affected and not even know it could reinfect your premise. We were fortunate in that we have partnered with a technology firm who we happen to be friends with, whose chemist and the partner have over 70 years in the field of cleaning, sanitizing, disinfecting for companies like Procter & Gamble, IFF, Firmenich. And they had created a formulation originally targeted as a pesticide, right? Mosquitoes and other types of bugs. They work their formulation with what's called the 25B list. And just as a short background, because we get asked this all the time, the FDA regulates what goes on your body and in your body. The EPA regulates the chemicals, and you see them on the list at CDC. Beyond the EPA list of registration is an exempt list where you have to work with these 25B constituents. They are all natural products and generally regarded as safe, in the industry known as GRAS, generally regarded as safe. Well, the technology in this formulation is created in such a way, originally for pesticide, but was tested to kill odor-causing bacteria, viruses, influenza. And while nobody can claim to kill COVID-19 because it has not been tested, it is a coronavirus. It's expected to act like a coronavirus. So confidence is high that is very effective. And when you couple that with how do we reopen? How do you what are the guidelines? And they're kind of moving back and forth. But everybody in their mind wants to do the best for their employees and staff, certainly for their customers and clients that come in. The ability, and I'll show you in a second, to take this formulation and fog it, right, allows you to clean the air quickly. The mist then settles on surfaces, high-touch surfaces, and has a residual effect for up to about 8 hours.
Okay.
So picture somebody had come into your facility, was carrying the virus, maybe coughed, maybe sneezed, it's now in the air and settling on the surfaces. By fogging the air, you automatically encapsulate the viruses, the germs, the bacteria, and then this formulation kills it. As it settles on the surfaces, because there's a residual effect when the germs, viruses settle on the surfaces, they're then also encapsulated and killed. Our current clients, restaurants and bars that have multiple seatings will be able to do this fogging before each seating. Now, the key thing, and nobody else has this, is because it is made with generally regarded as safe constituents in the formulation, you do not have to leave the premise while this happens. From a personal experience last weekend, right, we do a number of the churches before Mass, and between Masses, people are still hanging there, and it's perfectly fine for them to be in the space while we fog it. And it really is quite simple. We have, a machine that has the formulation in it. And as you see, a fog is created. Now, anything that was in the air has been encapsulated, and anything on the high-touch surfaces, as it settles, it will encapsulate and kill. I'm standing in a room that's probably about 300 square feet, and what I just did would be enough to cover this room. So it's a very quick application, right, and very effective. As I said, nobody else has this formulation and can use it. We're really excited about it, right? It's the only product in the market. And the beautiful thing, and talking to restaurant owners, can be used inside or outside, right? Remember, it was originally formulated as pest control, right?
Okay.
And the other piece of it is it has an odor elimination constituent. So we have a restaurant locally, they set up outside, beautiful tent, but you know what? Their dumpsters are there still. So we go and fog the dumpsters. It kills the odor causing bacteria in the dumpster, completely neutralizes it. And then in the area, not worried about mosquitoes or bugs or such. So both inside and outside, it's very effective.
Wow. Sam, very impressive. And the first on SIEDC Live, we've had, who knows, it feels like 1,032 SIEDC Lives, a first demonstration here on SIEDC Live. What an honor, Sam. Thank you for that. It was very cool to see, and what a very interesting concept, and good to hear that it's applicable outside and inside. I didn't realize that until you just touched on that, Sam. So that's very useful and not non-toxic, of course, and safe for humans, safe for pets.
Absolutely, absolutely safe. I showed you our fogging application. I mentioned deep cleaning. We can create the solution a little less concentrated to do cleaning on surfaces and such. We also have personal spray bottles, okay? And what this has been used for effectively, for instance, in a space where your workforce turns over, data center, network operations center, manned 24/7. We fog the air, but in addition to that, spray bottle on the desk so they can spray just like I did, and their personal space they know is clean at that point. So that, another step as you look to open and do your best. Car dealerships, right?
Sure.
We'll fog the showroom, okay? And then on each salesman's desk, they have, the individual spray bottle that they can sit a client down and assure them that that area is clean. You can apply this directly to your masks also for an additional assurance that as you're breathing, it's encapsulating anything that might be coming in.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you could actually do it to the mask itself as well. So again, proof that it has no ill effects to your persons, to your skin, and obviously to breathe in when you're around. That it's good. That's interesting, Sam. That's great.
I can go on and on. The FDA, I said, does on the body, in the body. We have a hand sanitizer that is going through FDA approval that is non-alcoholic, not going to dry your skin. It's aloe-based, right? So it is actually very good for your skin. And it's interesting because the most people, I hand it to, they put it in, and some of the ladies are using it on their face. I mean, it's really, really.
That's great.
And again,
brilliant. Yeah, I mean, everyone's going to try to engineer something that's beneficial during this time, Sam. Right? I mean, we started the show talking about the positive energy and vibes of people opening up slowly but surely. But it'll take speaking with someone like you and helping ensure the safety of owners, guests, and of course employees.
Yep.
And I think that's important. And you mentioned like Island Auto Group, a proud SIEDC member, and all the restaurants I listed off there, Sam. I think would benefit from this and a peace of mind, if you will, Sam, going into these establishments. So, wow. So there's a lot to unpack here. I'm trying to think what else you have to share that you'd like people to know and understand about the products that you offer here, Sam.
Again, and it tends to work best with examples, right? When you share examples. So office buildings with multiple tenants, you want to clean the common spaces, right, that they're using, and then potentially add, allow the service or for the individual offices. We've had a lot of inquiries about that, okay? Presently, we have both a service to deploy this and fog, and we can and do sell the formulation in bulk. So if you have a large janitorial staff, that manpower could be used and use this formulation for that added benefit when you open up, that you're doing everything you can for people. Right. And you mentioned it's highlighted right now because of this pandemic. But going forward, it will improve people's health overall, because we're all worried about COVID-19. Understandable. There's still other bad actors out there. Right. and this takes care of those. And you go to a barbecue finally with your friends, the mosquitoes come out at night, the no-see-ums, perfect application for it.
It's great.
Grass, generally regarded as safe. If it falls on your dinner plate, doesn't matter. You can put it in your body. My partner always likes to say, you could drink this stuff, but I don't know that you'd want to.
Sam, are you saying you'd like to go to my next family barbecue and start ripping shots of this stuff? Let's go.
There you go.
If it's gonna
spray that deck down, and nothing's gonna come after you.
Move over, Patron. We have a new product in town. Love it. Sam, we have about a minute to go before we sign off here. Again, thank you for the great information, but let's end on a positive. I mean, everything you said is very positive, very useful, but overall in the past few months, Sam, a positive note or something, a silver lining of being in quarantine. Obviously, you guys have been working pretty much nonstop, but just something, a positive takeaway of all this, and how do you think we're all going to move forward a little bit better, a little bit stronger?
And overall, I believe that is exactly the case. A little bit better, a little bit stronger, and you can see it in how people are treating people. Maybe we've slowed down a bit, and the fact that we have masks on when we greet each other and kind of pull them down, it's a little slower. So it just seems a little more personal and friendly, if you will. So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, and I think we're going to get to the point where we're back to no more mask, and I'm looking forward to that day. Hopefully, months or however long it is. But you're right. It's just good to see everyone in person, and we appreciate you and what you do and helping us stay safe when we go out or at home or at the office and whatnot. Sam Oncea joining us today on SIEDC. Thanks so much for the time, Sam.
Again, reach us through the SIEDC. We would love to come out and do a demonstration at your facility and talk about how to move forward with it.
Love it. All right, great, Sam. Thanks so much for the time.
Very good. Thank you.
All right. Once again, that was Sam Oncea joining us. Just want to show his graphic again. First phase, Fresh 999 cleaning service. Also, he is CEO of Gary Allen Modular Homes, partners of First Phase over there. So thanks to Sam and showing what people are adjusting to and going to be using that service to stay safe and to stay clean and to stay healthy, which is what our message always is to you guys watching at home. All right, that'll about wrap it up. We're at 10:01. This was the Thursday, June 25th episode of SIEDC Live. We thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to tune in next Tuesday, 9:30 a.m. My name is Todd Bivona with Gotham Trinity Productions. I'm the digital media ambassador for the SIEDC. Also joining us from the SIEDC today was Jaclyn Taschetti, Director of Marketing Outreach. Thank you so much to Jaclyn for providing us with some updates with the SIEDC. Don't forget to sign up for those webinars. And remember, IDB, I'll find it. IDB Bank is the proud sponsor of the Chairman's Golf Outing in September. Be sure to check that out because they tickets are going to fly out. That is going to be the first in-person social gathering for the SIEDC in September. Very exciting. Golfing. I mean, it's like socially distant by definition, right? All right. We're going to get out of here. Thanks so much for joining again. We'll see you Tuesday morning right here. Excuse me. My goodness. On SIEDC Live. Have a good one, guys.